This is the Randi Rhodes Show. To speak with Randi, dial 561-270-3844. That's 561-270-3844.
All righty, 48 after. Yes, the President of the United States could actually cause an emergency so severe, so crazy bad. Things like, I don't know, a terrorist attack. Now, how would that happen? Well, you know what's really interesting is that today he started to threaten Hamas. We're not at war with anybody right now. You understand that, right? And yet, Donald Trump, who has been tagged to us as, he wants peace. He's a peacemaker. He just wants the killing to stop. He just wants everybody to stop killing each other. That's all he's interested in. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. That would be with regard to Russia killing Ukrainians and then Ukrainians defending themselves by killing Russians. But it has nothing to do with what's going on in the Middle East. It has nothing to do with Gaza or Israel or anything. Because, first of all, he put a video, an AI-generated video of the new Mediterranean Atlantic city, Gaza. He actually, I don't know, somebody created it for him. He liked it so much that he tweeted it out or truthed it out or socialed it out or whatever the hell that thing is. And people saw it and were like, oh my God, he's really willing to do ethnic cleansing, isn't he? So the great peacemaker, not so much. Much more a real estate deal. Much more everything is, a grand bargain. Much more everything's a negotiation, including our security. So now today, we're supposed to get into phase 2 of the peace agreement, of the ceasefire between Israel and Gaza, right? And Hamas, which is the government in Gaza. It's a terrorist organization. But that's who you have to negotiate with because that's who the government of Gaza is. And instead of, having the United Arab Emirates or, Qatar or Saudi or whatever, do what they do when it comes to Middle East peace, host the conferences, host the peace negotiations, host the talks. Donald Trump has inserted himself into it, not just with that stupid video that really inflamed the Arab world, because it included an illusion that would require ethnic cleansing to have occurred. But today he actually said that he's privately negotiating with Hamas. He's doing it. Now, the last time he negotiated with a terrorist organization on our behalf, it was with the Taliban in Afghanistan. And he agreed to empty the prisons of all the Taliban prisoners. It's his thing. He loves emptying prisons of violent terrorists, violent offenders, violent insurrectionists, violent people. He loves to be the reason they're free so that they owe him. Really. It's a thing in his head. Now they owe me, right? And now I got all these captains. I got all these enforcers. I got all these buttons I can push on people. And so now he's all of a sudden talking to Hamas, which I find fascinating because the last time he negotiated with terrorists, he emptied prisons for them and he drew down our forces to the low bargain basement size of 2,400 and then handed it over to the next president. Now, because he's at the beginning of his presidency, I don't think he'll be very effective. In fact, I remember like last month he tried his hand at this. Remember that? Last month, and he threatened the terrorists in Gaza. Remember this?
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that be because that's Israel's decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock. And after that, I would say all hell is going to break out. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are dead. I think a lot of the hostages are dead. This is a different group of people. No, I would say Saturday at 12, we want them all back. I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it. But from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out.
Mr. President, when you say all hell is going to break loose, are you speaking about retaliation from
You'll
Israel?
find out, and they'll find out too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
That was last month, and that Saturday came and went, and no, they didn't release all the hostages. And why the President of the United States is opining about whether or not people are alive or dead, beyond me. I guess he doesn't attend the security briefings. I guess he doesn't, because I'm pretty sure that Netanyahu knows who's dead and who's alive. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the Mossad knows. I'm pretty sure Shin Bet knows. Okay? I'm pretty sure. I guess he doesn't, read anything or look at I guess they haven't designed the cue cards, in such a way that he can understand them yet, right? So anyway, now he's, now I don't know if he's trying to lure terrorists to do something to us. I don't know if he's trying to crash the economy for us. I don't know if Elon Musk is living in the White House. I don't know if he's, trying to start the BLM thing again or pardon Derek Chauvin just so that, we're racially, at each other again. I honestly do not. But all these things that he's doing, have the potential to cause insane amounts of protests, whether they're, and I'm guessing they would be completely peaceful. And then you'd have what you had during BLM, which was interlopers, Umbrella Man. Remember him? Who was dressed all in black to try and pass himself off as Antifa. Funny, you don't hear anything about them anymore. And broke the windows at the AutoZone in Minneapolis and then started setting fire to things. And, of course, the peaceful protesters got blamed for that. And then we had a guy in Kenosha. Do you remember this kid, who cried, profusely on the stand? And he had killed 2 people, remember? And the jury actually let him go. Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse. And, well, maybe this is kind of, the kind of thing he has in mind with the I don't know, but nothing good is going to come out of any of these things because the man is incapable of making good things happen. He just is. He has no passion for it. He has no brain for it. He has no desire for it. He has no need for people to do better because he is a lame duck. But the senators and the House members, well, especially the House members, they have to run again in less than a year. And you would think that they would say, okay, this is enough. This is enough chaos. So the only explanation for why they don't is they are literally afraid. And who are they afraid of? The people he let out of the prisons. He's afraid of MAGA. He's not afraid of your Republican neighbor. He's not afraid of my Republican neighbors. He's not afraid of them. He's afraid of the violent people. I mean, not him, but the Republican House member. If you think Mike Johnson isn't terrified, if you think Amy Coney Barrett doesn't see what I saw yesterday and today, threatening her. This is all designed to make people just say, it's not worth it. I'm just going to rubber stamp whatever. And then once he's gone, we'll reverse it. Once he's gone, we'll make amends. Once he's gone, we'll fix it. There is no coming back from this. There just isn't. If he literally, does, well, he's already killed our alliances. Getting our allies back into the same place that they were before his first term, that's nearly impossible. So America's going to be pretty much alone for a while. And I think that's what he, was saying. I'll be a dictator on day one, and then it'll all be beautiful. I think this is kind of what he meant. He meant, I'll crash the economy. I'll start a race war. I'll see if I can't get a terrorist attack going. And then I'll anoint myself dictator, and I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But he can't. I just want people to understand, people who think he's playing 4D chess, there is no coming back from where you think he's taking you. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.